What's up, guys? Studfit here. We actually have episode 20 of Kart Talk, and I am joined by some of my good friends here. They're actually, ironically, all ER members. There's an ER takeover. I have some good friends that you are very familiar with, including Jeeves. Welcome, Jeeves. Good to see you again.
Hello.
And FrenzyFans. How's it going, guys?
Good. I'm not an ER member though. I'm the one that's here to keep everybody humble.
If we had an ER Christmas party, you would be there. So that's how I am able to think about it. But it's good to have you guys both again. Both you and Jeeves haven't been on for a while, so it's good to have you guys both back. And then I have some good friends of mine that I've known for now, I guess technically at least over a year, to maybe even longer. But I want to introduce them to you guys. We'll start first with since we came from FrenzyFans, we'll go to FrenzyGrind. Welcome, man.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
Awesome.
Excited.
And then we also have Cathangel, or Catherine. Welcome.
Hi. It's good to see you guys.
And then Zoom user Fab, welcome.
Hi.
I forgot to mention, I'll rename it in the video, but not a big deal here. All right, cool, guys. So we have a lot to talk about. We have Coinbox Driver that's in this tour. We got the new Amsterdam release this morning, so a lot to get to. But I figured what better way for people to learn about you guys than some nice, fun icebreakers. So we'll start with where you're calling from, how you got started in Mario Kart Tour, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much of a whale you are, from 1 being free to play, 10 being like a Carlos super whale. And then we'll jump into a couple more fun conversations. So let's just start there. Just there's 3 questions here. Where are you calling from? How'd you get started in Mario Kart Tour? And then on a scale from 1 to 10, how much of a whale are you? We'll start with Jeeves. We'll hit you real quick, and then FrenzyFans.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's heard of me before. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Jeeves. I do like to play Mario Kart Tour. I am from the wonderful city of Chicago, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm like an 8 or a 9. I'm not quite Carlos level or some of these other big spenders, but I do like to put some money in the game, have a lot of fun. And I don't know what the other question was.
Oh, you nailed it, man. Actually, we can toss this other question in there, but we were going to ask, what's your favorite track variation that's come out in 2022? So you got regular, reverse, I guess people call it normal, reverse, and trick, or if there's an RT of the tracks we've seen so far that come out this year. So Bowser's Castle, Sky Garden, Mushroom Gorge, Yoshi Valley. So don't just say Yoshi Valley. Say I like Yoshi Valley T or the specific.
I think for me, like one of each variant or just one.
Favorite track variant.
Favorite track variant right now is the Yoshi Valley T with the boomerang. That is just so much fun. I mean, it's just the boombox. There's a lot of coins on the track. There's a lot going on. So that's my favorite right now.
Got it. FrenzyFans.
It's not so good.
FrenzyFans, what do you got?
So we're from Atlanta, Georgia. Just like I claim Atlanta, but we live like outside of Atlanta. And I think okay, not to ride Jeeves' awesome answer, but Yoshi Valley T is by far recently my most favorite one. I'm a unique player in the sense that like I just like playing for fun and like trying to push myself to get like all the things, but I don't necessarily go for ACR. So I have a lot of fun with the Yoshi Valley T, like trying all the different routes and just experimenting. So that's mine.
Cool.
How about you?
Yeah, so I would have to say one of the Bowser Castle, probably Bowser Castle T is one of my favorites. I remember from a long time ago really liking the Bowser Castles, but I really wish that you could like drive inside and outside of it. And then at the beginning of the year, they came out with the Bowser's Castle where you could drive on the outside and inside of it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So yeah, I'd have to say one of the Bowser Castle ones. And as far as like the whale scale,
Oh yeah.
I would say we're probably like a conservative, like 2 right now.
Yeah. I'd say I'm always
2 or
like a
3.
2 and you bounce between like a 3 and a 5.
Mhm.
We'll take averages too. Fab, I know you jumped in there because you said Warrior Shipyard was your favorite, which I know is not true. That cannot possibly
No,
be.
I totally hate it, but you forgot to mention it.
Yeah, I put etc. in there because I knew Warrior Shipyard would not be a favorite. I'm not a big fan of the track myself. Do you like it?
No, it's trash. It is so bad. I break my combo every time the chip moves. So it really upsets me. It's definitely not my track. If I would have to say a favorite, it would probably be, I think I'm with you, FrenzyFans. I like Bowser Castle. I like the, driving in the outside and in the inside out, because it reminds me of the track it was in the 64 version, because I started playing that one when I was very young. So I guess that brings like old memories, like childhood memories for me.
Yeah, nostalgia.
So I guess that's why that is my favorite, I suppose. And I also enjoy the Joshua one just because it's not like the figure of Joshi, which I really don't like that track.
Yeah, yes, you circuit.
So yeah, I suppose that. And I'm not a big spender. I I do buy my gold pass. I like to buy the challenges and like the premium ones. And I buy maybe like a pack or two a month, not so much. Like if I want to keep pulling the pipe, or if I want something from the pipe, I buy something to keep on pulling, but not necessarily buy every pack. Like I don't necessarily buy a pack per season.
Yeah, I put that maybe in like a 3 category
Mm,
on that
yeah,
scale.
that would be it.
And then where are you calling from? And then how'd you get started in Mario Kart Tour? How'd you find out about the game?
Okay, I am calling from Mexico. Actually, I live in the north part of Mexico. And I started playing Mario Kart here because of my sister and my former boyfriend, I suppose, my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
They both were playing together, and I was like on the outside. So
That's
they
not
keep
why he's the ex,
telling-
hopefully.
Oh no, husband,
Okay,
please
all
don't. Don't get me there. I
Okay,
don't want
sorry
to
about that. Go ahead. So they were playing and you felt left out, and so you started playing that way?
Oh, not exactly. They were like, "Oh, download the game, download the game." And I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to," because I was so attached to my former Mario Kart, like from the GameCube, because that was my absolute favorite. But I ended up downloading it, and my sister quit playing, and my former boyfriend quit playing. So I was left alone, spending my money in the game.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we'll find out more about you here in a little bit. We'll go from one wonderful lady to another, Catherine, aka Cathangel. Welcome. Where are you calling from? How did you get started in Mario Kart Tour on a scale from 1 to 10? How much of a whale you are? And then what's your favorite new track variant this year?
I am calling from a city called Gatineau. It's right across the river from Canada's capital, which is Ottawa. It's not Montreal, it's not Toronto, it's not Vancouver. Canada's capital is Ottawa. So I live in the area, and I heard about Mario Kart Tour because I downloaded the previous app game, Super Mario Run, I believe it was called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it didn't, the game really didn't go anywhere after a certain point, but I've always loved past iterations of Mario Kart. So when I heard they were making Mario Kart Tour, I was immediately sold. And yeah, I've been playing the game since day one. And on a scale of 1 to 10, what am I? I would consider myself an 8 or a 9. I'm not a Carlos level kind of whale, but I'm gonna like I'm gonna buy a pack if I have an immediate use for it, like drivers, carts, or gliders that are part of my inventory that I need to level up, or if I need to keep pulling on a pipe, or if there are high-end tickets in the shop that I need to buy and I don't have enough coins. It's not a popular use, but I do that too. So yeah, I would consider myself an 8 or a 9. And my favorite new track of 2022 is Bowser's Castle, pretty much like everybody else. I find that yeah, very satisfying to go up the ramps with Meowser and get huge coin boxes. It's so satisfying to me. So yeah, favorite track.
Nice. Well, I'm sure you've been enjoying it a lot here the last couple months, because we keep seeing it over and over again every tour, it seems. And being an all cup ranking contender, that means you just get to see a lot of it over and over again, because we play all the tracks. So for those of you who don't know, Cathangel actually has gotten 22 top 100s in a row out of her 25, and she is an all cup ranking pro. So so a lot of Bowser's Castle for you, that's for sure. Yes,
I hope it's a streak I get to continue, but I'm gonna have less time on my hands in the coming months, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep that going, but I'll try.
Well, we got a good question about pacing ourselves and mental health, and I'm sure we'll all be practicing that this year for sure. But FrenzyGrind, also another top 100 competitor pretty frequently. I'm not sure what your streak is, but I know you've been going pretty hard. But introduce yourself, FrenzyGrind, or AKA the Z.
Yeah, so I'm FrenzyGrind. I'm from Long Island, New York. Actually, got started in the game like most people my age, late 30s, early 40s, Super Mario Kart Tour. When it came out in 1992, I was fascinated. My cousin, my friends, we all used to have tournaments. It was insane.
Awesome.
Just every day, all day. And, never really graduated, to be honest, from Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo. Never graduated to the Wii, never graduated to the Xbox. It's just been pretty much straight on forward with those three. So,
Nice.
Actually got a Switch a year and a half ago. So I'm actually behind in the times, but, you like what you like. But, found out about the game day one. Had an employee of mine tell me Mario Kart Tour was coming to mobile, and don't know how, but I didn't know. Downloaded it day one. Loved it. Problem was I couldn't figure out the controls, and I'm somebody who just is I'm very impatient. If I can't figure it out day one, I got to put it down. It just is what it is. I'm a very impatient person. So, put it down day one. Didn't really get back into it until about the holiday tour. And didn't really know how the rubies work, pulling the pipes, the whole 9 yards. So my coworker who got me to download it, was like, "Wait, you got 100 rubies. You could pull the pipe." I'm like, "Okay." Randomly got a gold pipe and got bowling, party time, and the platinum taxi. And I'm like, "Is that good?" He's like,
"Yeah."
He's like, "Yeah, you got 2 spotlights." I'm like, "Okay." So beginner's luck. It is what it is. And I just tried to figure out how to play the game. Just found Abdallah, found Go Shiny, Kart Life, Sammy. Just watched videos, tried to figure out how to do it, how to drive, what it was about. And by watching them, just figured it out. Found you, Studfit, and just continued to watch and just play and just got better at it. Just Gold Pass took over in January during the holiday tour. It was free to play until about March. Yoshi Tour, bought my first pack, which was Black Yoshi, when I was actually sick in my room with COVID. So I rewarded myself with my first $20 pack. So and it was on from there, just
Nice.
Well, I'm counting how many top 100 badges you have. It's over 25. So congratulations on that. Definitely a grinder. I was losing track there. You had so many. So great job there. Yes, we got a couple.
Can we count all of ours just to see?
To see if we've
I don't want to do that.
Fab's our golden ticket here. She's top 100 prodigy, right?
No, I have never been in the top 100. No, it's impossible. I have already like do the spreadsheet, you know, the one that you guys share, and
Yep.
my numbers are never there. So I was like, not even gonna try if I'm not gonna make it.
But you have fun, and that's all that matters. So
Oh yeah,
we're-
I got a couple of batches of 1,000, but yeah, 100, it's impossible. At least not with my levels yet.
well, it's good. No, I mean, if we had all just people only did top 100, we wouldn't have a diverse panel here. So I'm glad that we have some variety, and we'll have some fun with that. But yeah, I would say you know, I don't have to answer the first parts of those questions, but I think for my favorite track, did you say what track variant was your favorite, Frenzy?
No, it's not going to be original. It's Bowser's Castle. It's Bowser's Castle R. It's Basil's Castle T. They're both amazing tracks. The animations, the lava, driving through the spinning tunnel. I mean, it's just amazing track. The graphics, it's crazy. I cannot stand Sky Tour, the Sky Garden track.
Yeah.
Cannot stand it. So I'm not going
It
that
is a
route.
pain.
Bowser's Castle all the way for me.
Yeah, you know what? We've had a lot of Bowser's Castle, but man, it's so much fun. There's just that one section like right before the first jump where you lose combo, but other than that, like it's like the perfect track. It's got literally everything. I absolutely love it. Yoshi Valley, it's the T version this week in ranked is a lot of fun to play. I will say the one I'll be just the devil's advocate here. Sky Garden T actually has kind of grown on me for Kept Breaking. I was grinding that a lot with Luigi Vacation. It's actually kind of a fun track. And for grinding tokens, it wasn't bad either. You know, so I'll just put it out there. It was a fun track. I was not a big fan of Sky Garden across the board, but that was actually kind of one that grew on me this tour specifically. Which actually is a good transition to Hero of the Skies question, who says, we've seen Warrior Shipyard and Bowser's Castle come back every single tour. It's actually getting a little too repetitive that we've seen the same tracks over and over again. When can we see some old tracks come back again? And I kind of wanted to paraphrase that one. Which one would you miss? So what are some tracks that you wish would come back? And then are you guys sick of those tracks so far? Are you sick of Bowser's Castle, or if you could have it keep going, which you know, would you continue having it going, or would you like to see the old ones come back? Anyone can take this.
Like every I would say that it's I'd like to know if Nintendo has an algorithm to rotate tracks. I would like to know if they have one. If they have one by I know that certain tracks appear more like by seasons, like we see Vanilla Lake tracks more during winter time, and Rainbow tracks we see them more. Rainbow Road tracks we see them during Pride Month, which is in June. But yeah, we're getting more and more tracks into the game, so it's kind of getting harder to find a balance, I think. But I on the other hand, I'm kind of understanding why Nintendo is featuring more of their new tracks. It's maybe to give everybody a chance to drain some player XP. So it might be a reason why we're seeing them often. Otherwise, it might get more easily lost in the shuffle. I don't know. Thoughts?
I have never thought what Catherine said. You are so right about the tracks. I have never noticed like the months they place them in. And you are so right. Yeah, you do see Rainbow Road more during June, like in Pride Month. So I have never considered that until now that she just says that.
I can't take credit for it. Somebody else on Reddit pointed it out, and it stuck with me. So
I mean, that's a good point, because I think the overall consensus, if the one track I think that, or the one track that everyone hates are the cheap island ones, and those
Island or Lagoon?
Lagoon. Sorry, my bad.
I'm with you there.
Those come in like once in a blue moon now. Like, so I mean, maybe he's on to something. So like for me personally, the ones that I kind of wish that they would have back. I really like the Mario Circuit Remix tracks. I mean, I know they're not like, you know, pleasing to the eye as much, but they're a nice challenge, you know. I mean, yeah, I mean, they've, and going kind of back, you know, when everyone says like, you know, with Sky Garden, I was actually loving Sky Garden during the Sky Tour because like we had, we had Bowser's Castle and then Shipyard, these crazy new things, and like they're challenging too, right? So like when we get to like Sky Garden, the normal one, I'm like, well, this is a piece of cake, and this is just nice. You know, this is just a nice casual grind. I was ready for it because like I was exhausted from these really brilliant, you know, very, you know, the graphics were amazing and lots of turns and stuff. You know, the Sky Garden, it's like this is nice. You know, it was just like a, you know, it's not a piece of cake, but it was just like you didn't need a whole lot of time to learn it. So
it was kind of short, so you didn't have to really like worry about this Yoshi Valley. The one gripe I have about it is just it's so long. Just takes forever to grind it.
And thank God for Tabor for getting all those, you know, the stats on which is the best route. But like I took that with a grain of salt because I can't get good, you know, if I take like the longer routes, I'm usually in the back of the pack with a coin box. So
yeah, the bots are rude on Yoshi Valley. If you go to the highest scoring route, which is Route 6 from one of your previous videos, if I remember correctly, like you can easily get overtaken by the bots.
Oh yeah.
What I like to do is mix them. So I take the short route first, and then I take the longer one, so I can make more points, and I'm still ahead of the bots. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't have a decent coin boxer for it. But.
Yeah, if you're using coin box, you got to take the extra box route. The problem is you got to do it badgeless, so you find yourself in 8th place almost immediately. It's frustrating.
But I don't know if it's just me, but when I play with batchlet, like when there are no bots with batch, I find it like the hardest to get frenzies. Like if I play it with the bots being asshole.
Achoo!
Edit.
Achoo. It was a sneeze.
I know that I will get frenzies. Like I usually get like double coin box frenzy like on the instant. Like as soon as I start grinding the track, like I don't know, like when the bots are the hardest. So I don't know, like I prefer sometimes to play with the bots being like extremely hard rather than spending so much time in the track.
Yeah, last week was fun with that Yoshi Valley. I was trying to get first in rank and I was like a couple thousand behind, but I had a lot of potential left. But I was like, let me just play it like once or twice. And I had logged in and maybe played it like once or twice before. And then I got a triple coin frenzy and managed to finish in first, which like never happens. Awesome. And I beat my score by like 12,000. And I was like, oh no, because I felt like the jerk once again the night, like an hour before rank end. But I like that one. It's fun.
Yeah, I do think there is like they are inversely correlated, like the bots versus the frenzy chances, or maybe it's anecdotal and we're just like maybe, I'm not entirely sure. But I will say, you know, having all these new tracks to Catherine's original point, it is nice because you can basically pick up any one and just grind it for a little bit and get those levels up. I've been really enjoying that, and that's been a big key as well. And you know, part of it also is, you know, they probably want us to maybe pull on those items or get those inventory. I will say, I know Kevin Garrett had a video this past week that talked about like the carts that had the most assumed track coverage, like of all tracks. One of the things that I focused in on is like when I talked about the cart meta trifecta, I was really just focusing on the assumed tracks that came out like Ninja Tour last year. Because I feel like the tracks that have come out over the last year, they bring them up much more often than these old tracks. So yeah, maybe I don't have great coverage for Shy Guy Bazaar, you know, but if I have great coverage for Bowser's Castle, I'm crushing it right now. So, you know, I do think there is something to be said for like taking a look at, especially when it comes to your inventory, taking a look at the last, you know, last couple tours, so at least tours over the last year, because it does seem like they want to feature those or bring those back. But maybe I'm just.
I mean, look at this. I was just thinking about the other thing. Remember the Rammy Runner? It's non-existent this tour. Like it's not needed at all this tour.
Nope.
And I'll, this is a little shout out to Anke. That's her favorite cart, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks, because like she just got that maxed out, or it's probably 700 at least for her. But I'm like, man, if you're gonna max something out that high, you wanted to see it in every tour, and
it's a fan favorite across. I mean, definitely for Anke for sure, Kevin Garrett for sure. But I know like all the DK fans, like that's their cart, and it's tough when you don't see it very often.
Right.
Now it came out in the last year, so I'm not sure. To be honest with you, it was in our top 100 for top 10 for quite a while, but it did drop off. I don't know much about its coverage. I don't have it at a high level, but it's weird when you put all your energy into something like that and you don't get to see the return. But that happens, man. There'll also be another tour here, a tour or two where you'll see it 10 times. So it all goes through the circulations. But are you guys sick? Are you guys sick of Bowser's Castle yet? I know everyone just kind of had, at least half the group here, had Bowser's Castle as one of their favorite tracks. But if it was in next tour, would you still be happy to see it?
I would, yes.
Yeah, I'm okay.
The only thing about that track I hate is that damn windmill.
Windmill?
I always get stuck there.
Yeah.
I never go that way. No.
You go down underneath?
I go underneath, yeah.
You go to the inside?
Yeah, I'll be on the the minority. That could go away for a couple tours for me.
Okay.
To be honest, like I have enjoyed it for quite some time now. I do need to see new tracks. I was very happy to see Daisy Hills back, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I've been missing that track.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect it. Because it's a fantastic track, but again, it's like what Fab is saying, like Daisy Hills. I mean, it's an OG, but it's still a lot of fun. So and like Shy Guy Bazaar. I wish it was around more. It's an OG, still a lot of fun.
I love it. I love Shy Guy Bazaar. It's so cool, and it has a lot of things as well. Like you see a lot of animation. The track is beautiful. Maybe not so much the reverse one because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like the RT or the R, not the R one. The reverse one's terrible, but the original one, and it's really good.
I mean, I'm not going to be upset if they bring back Bowser's Castle, but I would love it if it was replaced with like Shy Guy Bazaar just for a little bit or something.
Yeah.
And then bring it back, and I'll be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm with Hero. Bring back some old tracks. It's nice to see. Looks like we're getting Choco Mountain back next tour. That's nice.
Yes.
Give me Daisy Hills RT. Give me Daisy Hills T. I want to drive on the roof. I love that part.
Yes.
Right off the hot air balloon, right onto the roof. I love that part.
Yeah.
You too.
I miss the old Bowser Castles ones, like the originals. I think that like Bowser Castle 1T like has to be one of my favorite tracks. I'd be totally okay.
I miss those, but those get old quick. I will say when we have like back-to-back tours with a lot of Bowser's Castle, it does get a little repetitive. But I have a couple theories. One is like when I think back to sometimes when I'm talking with Anteleb, and he's like, hey, this track hasn't seen these, 20 tracks yet, or this hasn't seen this amount. I just think with as many top skills as we've seen here recently, if they brought back all these old tracks, then they have to throw a bunch of buffs at. They'll have to give these things like 5 buffs, 6 buffs, if they want to give those tracks to those drivers. So my guess is kind of they're kind of slowly trying to stretch out this time so that they can buff them slower into the mix. And that's one idea I had. Another idea is that they're trying to attract these deluxe guys coming in from Mario Kart 8 that are looking to play some of these retro tracks and some of these newer tracks. So my guess is that might be an option too. I had a third reason as well, but let's just stick with those two. But anyway, those are kind of two topics I was thinking about. Like, why would they go this long without bringing those tracks back? And those are two ideas. Any of those? You think I'm off there?
And so it's
My idea. Oh,
Go for it.
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was gonna
Oh.
say that's the flip side of the new Bowser Castle coin that I'm a little worried about, is that they're transitioning to where they might bring out like a new Bowser's Castle 2, and I think they might be like sunsetting the old Bowser's Castles. And if that's the case, then you have like certain drivers like was it Gold Drybones, who of the 8 courses has 7 of them.
Yeah.
And if he has 21, and like that's kind of like his meta, right? Well, if 7 of those courses are going to be deleted, then I don't know that he's going to have like.
So why do you think they'll be deleted? What was the reason you said?
Because if they come out, if they have this new Bowser Castle and they're trying to get the new like switch people over, and if they do put time into making like a Bowser's Castle 2, so they're gonna have a new Bowser's Castle and a new Bowser's Castle 2. My fear is that they're going to sunset the old ones, that just like you said, when it does come back, you feel like it's tedious. You feel like, not again. So point being, like whether you like them or not, there are certain drivers like Gold Drybones that have, you know, a third of their courses belonging to just like those 2 sets of courses. So I mean, like with the top 10 and stuff, I don't know if, because I think isn't like Gold Drybones, I'm not sure, I haven't seen the I think the second to last one, he was like number 10 overall, but we don't really see him anymore. Like yeah, he has the meta, he has like the courses that are available, but if we don't see him for months and months and months, or if they have like, unbeknownst to us, been sunsetted, I almost kind of wish there was like a rolling average of, you know, like maybe of the past year's tracks, like which are the. So I'm paying attention a lot more to my loadouts for like these new Bowser Castle, the Mushroom Gorge, the Wario Shipyard, the Yoshi Valley. I'm not really concerned about, you know, like I feel like the first couple of years that I played, I worried about my inventory for those first sets of courses, and now we kind of need to like almost ignore them and really look at this new kind of generation of courses that are coming out, and the value of the items that are used there. So
And then they throw us a new city.
Right. Yeah. My hope for the game is not that they sunset not that that's your hope, but my hope for the game is that they don't sunset the courses, but all the old courses that all the new players might not have like appropriate coverage for, I hope that they use the Mii suits as the bridge and not the newer characters. Like not the new original characters like Charging Chuck and all these new cool ones we get. If they can use the Mii's to bridge, then I think the Mii strategy would be a lot more exciting for newer players, but not as exciting. Well, that's my hope, right? So with like Mii's, I'm not investing in them that much. I don't find them to help me out a lot. So, but I think it's a beautiful way of having new players being able to be competitive. And I think that'd be a cool way to bring all the old tracks back in.
It's a perfect setup because Nintendo can go either way and we don't know. And it's just oh.
Well, Nintendo knows nobody's using the Mii's, so there's no shot of that.
You'll be surprised. I think a lot of people that are newer to the game and they're putting in the tickets on these suits, you know.
And everybody's gonna
some of
jump
the
on
younger
that gold
generation
Mii.
too that likes the Mii characters. I mean,
Yeah.
I just started an account for my son, and he loves the Mii suits. He doesn't, you know, I mean, he doesn't know squat about the game, but I mean, he loves the Mii suits. So who knows?
And everybody's waiting to jump on that gold Mii bandwagon.
That's
When some people reach tier 80, watch out.
yeah,
They're ready to
Barely
put all their
selling it.
tickets and cap tickets on him.
yeah,
You may get a few cities coming up, so let's see what happens.
yeah.
Go off to too hot a start.
It is me. Like right now, it's the calm before the storm with this gold Mii suit. We'll
Yeah,
see what
don't say
happens.
that.
What are your thoughts on Mii's in general? Are there any other Mii's that are worth investing in? Like maybe the bronze or silver?
I
What do you
put
guys
some
think?
tickets on the Donkey Kong one. Because I like Giant Banana. You know.
I love it.
Yeah, Giant Banana. But I will say that it does look like these bronze suit, basically the gold, bronze, and silver are getting like this really, really good treatment. And like all the others are kind of getting capped off at like what, 6 or 7, 8 tracks max. It doesn't seem like they're getting many tracks. So I don't know. Have you seen a lot of good tracks going to this DK suit, or what? What have you seen
I
so
think
far?
well, like when it first came out, he was in rings, and so
Yeah.
I was going back and forth, being like, should I put? And I had the tickets to do it. I think he's on Mushroom Gorge normal, like the normal Mushroom Gorge, and I was really tossing back and forth the idea because like I had DK SNES at 7,980, but I'm like, man, it'd be nice, I could really put this away if I put the tickets on this new suit. I mean, he didn't have the tracks or anything, but if I really wanted just to not worry about ranked, I actually thought about it. So I don't know, it was just,
Don't all of his courses have coin boxers on them though? I'm looking at it now.
well, I think Gorge normal one has
I check on that exactly like you said, Gibbs, because I did realize that. But I had my Donkey Kong SNES level 6, so I was like, it would be a huge investment on me. And then I realized he was only up there in that track because it was the Meat Cup.
yeah.
So it does not actually have the
Yeah, I
track.
saw that too.
It is just a spotlight track,
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, FrenzyFans guy, I think you said there's a coin box there, but I think that's just Gold Yoshi. But back on the meat tour with the Mushroom Gorge, I mean, that wasn't available at the time. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I didn't. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, while we're on that top, got a couple topics you guys have already opened up to, because I'd love to get to Yoshi Yag. I'd love to get to some of these other questions. But Aussie Kart, I think as we're talking about this year versus past years, I mean, 2022, Aussie Kart says is off to a great start. Is it too early to crown this year as the best year in the game so far?
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes, is it too early?
A
Yes, it
bit,
is.
yeah. We're only 4 months in.
Listen,
I will argue that and saying that with the new tracks, the new drivers, I think have trumped last year already.
Mostly because of the golf drivers, right? Mario Golf, Mickey Golf, probably.
No,
Hey, no, you state your case.
So many new
take...
tracks. The Mii's level 8, player level 300. I mean, I can't keep up with it. And, I'm a whale. I cannot keep up with it. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, I have to really be careful when I do, and that is my argument. I mean, and I know we're 1/3 away, 1/3 through 2022, and I'll even go on further. I am kind of scared of what they're gonna do next.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
I mean, it's just so much, and this token pipe that's making me spend more time on one course just to clear
so much to grind.
Tokens, yeah. It's yeah.
Do the 2-player challenge. It is so quick. I went through my store with that 2-player challenge so fast.
I saw Studfit go through it, and I don't think he had a good time. So I didn't do that.
I did it with my boyfriend, so
I don't have
a hard time with it. It was because it was 3 tracks. It's just 3 tracks over and over and over again. It was mind numbing for me. I had a really hard time with it. But yeah, you get your tokens a little bit. I found though that I could get my tokens quicker with just a coin box driver, and so I ended up kind of switching over. I would get probably, I think, like 30 or 40 or so tokens, per race when you take out like the bonus and divvy it up. But I would get like 50 tokens with a coin box driver, like Bowser's Castle or something like that. So that's
if you have not gone through the store yet, you need to do this week's Bowser Castle rank and do it with a boomerang because there's 5 coin box bots there. So you can, be boomboxing the track and get all the green coins you need.
Yeah. I mean, and I
Just
like
if you have not been gone with it.
the thing is, I like these kind of strategies and stuff like that. But the thing is that I'm noticing, and then, maybe Catherine's noticing, and FrenzyGrind, it's taking away my time to focus on ACR.
Yes,
It really is.
I agree.
And,
Yeah.
I have to agree with you. I'm exhausted. After that token grind, I was so tired. I had no motivation for ACR. I had none.
yeah.
The
More than
taking
100
out
tokens, I could not even pick up the phone for 2 days. I
the
It's
love
not
the
like that for
token
me.
type edition. I think it's amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The amount of work that's needed for it is just unbelievable.
It is.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Especially the taking out the opponent's one. That
Yeah.
one took me the full 2 weeks to complete.
Yeah.
But just picking up the coins on the track, it's okay. I can do it in a week. But taking out the opponents,
And if you wanna
took
get
me
rid
2
of it,
weeks.
if you want to get rid of it fast, you're only doing the tracks that have giant banana that have the
Yeah, the giant banana is a great option for
So, like,
that.
Yeah.
it's just-
Oh, I
Or
did that.
multiplayer.
Still took me 2
It
weeks.
still was. It was still a grind. I think I still left like 5 pulls of that 500 pipe. That tour. And this tour I just got done with the tokens like earlier today. So actually maybe yesterday. But yeah, I mean it is easier to get to have the coins on the track and through the coin box and stuff. But yeah, it's a grind. There's a lot to grind. There's the player level. There's these tokens. I'm still getting this. I still haven't gotten my silver suit yet because I still haven't gotten the 500 ranked runs yet.
I just finished that yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten my 3rd win. That's why I don't have it. Last week rank up, I could not get 1st place because the frenzies never came. I was so upset about it. I needed 2 double coin box to win my rank, and I could not get it. So I was very upset because no, I don't think so. I don't
You'll
have
get it.
anything
You get it.
in this new track.
Well, you know
No,
something.
I really
This is
don't
all
have
our
the
fault.
layout.
This is all our fault. Nintendo heard us all complain how bored we were week 2, so they said, "Here you go. Here, grind 8,700 tokens. Have fun."
Well, I think the cool thing about this year is the game we're in this major transition where it's becoming way more dynamic. Like it used to be like kind of 1D, and now we're living in like this 3D world with all the things that we can do. But we're still living by our mentality of back in the day when it was like we need to accomplish everything. I think like especially like once they released battle mode and they continue to release like new challenges and stuff, I think a majority of us will resort to falling into a place of just like knowing that it's okay not to accomplish everything. But I think for a lot of us who are like crazy competitive and have been here from like early days, we're like, no, we have to get all the coins because it's valuable resources. We can't leave these on the table. But I think eventually we're all going to get to a point where like, screw the green.
Well, especially when there are high-end tickets in those pipes.
Yeah.
You never know where they are. Like I got a couple of them in the store, and they're valuable, and you never know what you leave behind if you don't grind it all. That's the problem.
It's also so heartbreaking when you spend like 500 tokens to get the 5 like tickets, the 5 item tickets. You're like, what did I do? That took me 3 hours. Like
500 tokens
just to get like baby Luigi or something like that.
Oh yeah.
My very last green pipe was dry bones, like the regular dry bones, and I was like,
Saw that.
I finished my pipe like two days ago because I was on vacation, like I said. And I got 45 rubies in my last one, in my very last one. So I was like, oh my God, imagine if I have not done that. So I was very happy about my 45 rubies because last tour, I got just tickets, like really just like object tickets. Like, oh my God, I was so upset about it. I got like 100.
oh my.
And I already have 400.
All right, well, with as much grinding in the game as we've seen here lately, Puff the Shiny Thief asks if there are players in this game currently who have thought about leaving. Maybe they get burnt out from grinding all these tokens. Would you encourage them to take a break before returning, or try to convince them to keep playing? What do you think about the mental health aspect of this game? And what advice would you give to those who want to go grind this game for all cup ranking regarding mental health itself? So it's I think a really pivotal question. You know, we have a lot of new stuff which keeps it less motivated now. But at the same point in time, you know, what if we get burnt out? What if we take ourselves a little, you know, we feel like we have to check every box, and then until we literally are, you know, seeing check boxes in our dreams. What do you think about mental health in the game or the state?
I'll start first since I've actually been there.
I was waiting for you.
You're gonna say the drinking helps, right?
Yeah. Well, no. I think one of the things that I have to always remember is it's only a game, and it's to have fun. I think I don't, you know, yeah, I put a lot of money into it. I don't regret. I don't regret that at all. But sometimes you need just to step back and just realize it's a game. You know, I don't win every ranked. When I don't win a ranked, I don't throw a fit. It happens. You know, I see a lot of people that, oh, I didn't, you know, they're going nuts because, you know, I didn't win rank. I'm like, well, it's okay. It's, you know, it's a game. You're not supposed to win all the time, you know. You know, and I also think you just have to surround yourself with good people, and that appreciate, that have the same, you know, the same appreciation and passion that you do. So, I mean, that's why I always feel very fortunate that, like, I'm buddies with you, Studfit, you know, FrenzyGrind, you're my homie, you know, Frenzy fanboy and girl. I mean, you're so positive. I mean, you just surround yourself with positive people that really, and that you know, that really helps me kind of through it, because I will have, you know, I will struggle and I'll be like, oh God, I can't get, you know, I'm just having crappy luck. I'm having, you know, I can't get squat on this. And like I'll vent, but they're, you know, I got my friends that are just supporting there. So, I mean, just make sure you have a good, you know, you build a support system around you. Because if you don't, I mean, it's going to eat you alive. And, you know, I'll go for, you know, I'm for you. I don't know you much, you know, Catherine and Fab or whatever as much, but, you know, I can't tell you how much I appreciate, you know, the friends, you know, the friends that I brought into my circle, like you, Studfit, FrenzyGrind, you, Frenzy Boy and Girl, who are others right now, you know, John Boy, you know, even you know, John Boy, Angelina, Nathalie, recently Anke and God Mode. I mean, this is an ER dad. These are my support system. You know, I don't care what they do in the game, but they've got my back, and I'm all better for it. And I don't see, as much as the game throws at me, I'm not gonna leave. I got my support system. So
yeah, Cathangel, what would you say? Do you have some coping mechanisms, some ways with getting so many top 100? You probably have some system set up of some ways to be able to pace yourselves, or how do you handle your mental health?
Yeah, I try to set time limits, because after a certain point, it's like a point of diminishing return. The game stops being a game to you. So taking a break, I would say, like, if you're feeling like, yeah, if you're starting to feeling burned out, take a break. It's absolutely mandatory that you do that. Find your support system, like Jeeves said, and also keep other hobbies, like keep doing certain other hobbies. Like, don't forsake all of your other hobbies just for Mario Kart, so that the game can still be a game and not become your whole life. So that's important too.
What about you, Z?
listen, the bottom line is the motivation isn't there and you're burnt out. Just take a break. There's no shame in missing out on a badge, an ACR badge. There's no shame, you know. It's not worth your happiness. We all do our best. I mean, me personally, I had to take a step back because, you know, I have a 7-year-old daughter, you know, and it's okay for me to admit this. You know, my daughter would come up to me and she'd be like, let's play basketball, Dad. Let's play baseball. I'd be like, no, just give me a minute. Let me just finish this track. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. It wasn't acceptable to me. And I had to look at myself in the mirror, take a step back and say, it's not worth neglecting my family over a game. No, I didn't sit there and take a break from the game. I took a step back and I said, I'm not going to neglect my daughter anymore. And I'm not going to neglect my wife anymore. You know, I'm going to play on my downtime, but I'm going to do the right thing at home. And it's real. It really is real.
Very real.
Mental health is a big thing. This is just a game. Like you've said, this is just a game. I tell the guys a voice shout all the time, just a game, you know, do the right thing at home, you know, play on your downtime. You know, we got a great support system in this community. We got each other's back. We're all friends. We've all made such great connections over the past year or two. You know, we're all tight knit. You know, it's a shame we can't all meet in person one day, but you never know. Studfit tells me all the time when I'm in New York, let's do it. I'm down, you know. Geez, the Chicago Bear game, whatever we got to do, let's do it. But you know, in all seriousness, it's not worth neglecting your friends, your family. Just take a break. It's fine. To me, it's a badge. You know, it's a badge. It's 5 rubies, whatever it is. It's not a big deal. It's not worth health and happiness. Just do what you got to do.
It is interesting, I think, because you know, we're all this was like a pandemic game for me. That's how I got really into it, because I was, you know, I was locked in my home. We all were. Yeah. Now, you know, I don't want to say like we're back to normal, but we're pretty close back to normal. We're going out. You know, today I took my family, went on bowling, and you know, we're planning trips and stuff, and you know, I'm going back to the office, and it's you know, so I don't know what's going to happen, and so you know, I'm sure a lot of that's going to take my time away from the game, and you know what, that's okay, and that's good. You need you know, people need the focus. Like, you know, Studfit, you were on vacation, that was great. You know, and then you know, Frenzy Fanboy and Girl were out west, you know, house shopping, cool, and doing all that fun stuff. You know, there's more to life than a game. Your friends that care about you will always be there no matter what. So you shouldn't worry about that. So, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Fab? You just got back from vacation too, right?
Yeah, I think like out of you all, I think I'm the one that takes less serious the game, because I don't really grind that often. Like if I feel like grinding one tour, I do it. If I'm like, you know what, I'm too tired of my job because I work like 9.5 hours a day. So I'm like, well, you know what? Today I'm resting. Today maybe I'll play one multiplayer race, or like I'll do one multiplayer, you know, round, and just not care about that much. I do my rank ups all the time. I do it like I really grind them. Like I try to max them out. But like if I don't get there because the frenzies don't come, I try not to stress so much. Like I hate losing. Trust me, I'm not a person that likes losing. I like to do like all my check boxes, like you guys are saying. Like I do everything, like for real. I grind every track. I have went through all the XP this tour. So
like, you said you're the one who doesn't grind? That seems really grindy.
I don't.
You might grind more than I do.
But I do it like, I don't know, if I'm on the bathroom, if I am on a break, or like something like that. I try to like I try to take the game as the game, you know, so I can enjoy it. Because if I start stressing a lot on it, like when I was doing my ACR like very like often, I was like, you know, I'm not getting the frenzies, I'm dropping my combo here, and I started to stress, and the bots were, you know, too hard on me. I was like, oh my god, this is taking like it's giving me more stress than actually taking it away. And it's a game, and it's supposed to be fun, you know. So I was like, I'm not liking it. I'm not enjoying the game anymore, so I need to step down and like start enjoying it again and do things that are more enjoyable, so I can get like a good experience out of it instead of stressing off because of it, because of my work is already too stressful. I don't need to be stressed at a game.
Great points. Great points. FrenzyFans, what would you say? Mental health.
Mental health. I would say there are a lot of people who play this game who put more hours into the game than I think professional athletes put into their sports. And professional athletes, they have off seasons. Like, I can't remember who it was, but we were on a Kart Talk previously, and someone was telling us about how they play like 11 hours a day, and I was like, holy cow, I can't imagine doing that. Like, that's dedication, and I admire that, but like, I can't imagine doing that. So have off seasons for yourself, but like Mario Kart doesn't set those up for you. So like, monitor your own well-being. But then also, this might sound weird to say, and I might not say this correctly, but nobody actually cares how well you do. And I mean that in the nicest way. But like, I think so many times we attach our ego to like, oh, I need this ACR badge, or I need to do this. And I think a lot of times it starts off from a good place of like, oh, I want to do really well and I want to challenge myself. But then it can very easily, like in anything in life, become this part of you where you're like, well, I don't want them to see me fail, or I don't want them to see me this. And the fact is like, nobody cares. Like Studfit, Jeeves, Sammy D, all these people, if they went like 5 weeks in a row not making ACR 100 or ACR 1000, like I would love you guys the same, and we'd have the same friendship. And not once would I ever be like, Studfit sucks at this game, he shouldn't have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So point being, like, don't take yourself so seriously.
No, it's a really good point. It's a really good point. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I had a hard time like really doing ranked competitively. Whenever I was in someone else's ranked, I was always going for the pit crew chief on Sammy's channel, and like I was always in like the probably top 3 or 4 for that period of time. And then I was in someone's ranked. I think it was in Heroes ranked or Kareem's ranked.
Probably mine.
Maybe yours. I was in yours once.
Thanks for taking me out, by the way. Appreciate it.
and I was like, what do I do? I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, this is ranked. This is like, this is so like not what I do. So I ended up like grinding my second week in ranked, and then I was in Sammy's ranked that week. But anyway, it was like at that moment where I was like, yeah, no one really cares. Like, there's no one that's like, I can't believe Studfit didn't, he's not in the top 3 this week. So I basically, from that point forward, I really didn't go for pit crew chief. Maybe once or twice, just when I had good loadouts or something. But yeah, no one really cares. And I think that's a really, really good point. But you know who does care about your time? It's your daughter wanting to play basketball or whatever. So, kudos to you, FrenzyGrind, for just, accepting that and thinking about it. I will say, I kind of, I'm not like Cathangel where I block off the time, but I try to manage my time. So I'm maybe playing the game for like an hour a day, and then I try to put like an hour or so into the YouTube channel. There's some weeks where, like this week, I put a lot of time into the strat of the week and kind of put together some slides and stuff for Yoshi's Valley. So it seemed like a really important task. So I didn't get to do the speed run this week for this tour. And so for me, like that was one of my things where I'm like, I could put an extra hour to do this, or I could manage time to do that. But I just like, you know what, I gotta do this. And for me, it's like I have a hard time managing. I will say one of the things I feel guilty about is like on Discord, because I have a server, and then also in ER and running that server kind of in a way too. Like I feel like I can't be everything to everybody, and so I have a hard time with that. And so my apologies if ever I'm not as active as I could be, but just know that it's because I'm trying to find time and carve out time here and there. But yeah, I think mental health is really, really important. I think no matter what happens, family comes first. Work's right there, not far behind it. And if we don't get a badge, no one really cares. However, I'm probably still, I really enjoy grinding for all cup ranking. That's why for me, like ranked isn't that important to me anymore. And it's all about all cup ranking and having fun. Cause to me, that brings me joy. That brings me having those 36 tracks and just having some variety. I never get burnt out doing all cup ranking, to be honest with you. And I have the loadout set that it's not like I'm going for 100% on every track. So it's not like a grind. I tried to go for top 10 again in December, and it wasn't worth it. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze, as I like to say. I have a question here. How has level 8 treated you? Are you eager or hesitant to take things to level 8? And what's been the biggest surprise level 8 has impacted your game? What do you guys think?
I have to say something that the transition from level 7 to level 8 was a lot less hard than from level 6 to level 7 for me. Yeah,
Okay.
I found that I found it easier. I don't know why. But maybe it's because I'm not eager to take everything at level 8 right away. So I've accepted it that it will come in due time. So yeah, I do what I can. I've got like a couple of drivers at level 8, one glider at level 8, but no kart yet because too many karts, too many new tracks, too many new stuff to invest in. So yeah, I'm good with it. It'll come in due time.
Yeah, I mean,
What do you guys think? Was 8 harder than 8 easier than 7?
I want to say I don't. It's hard to compare because you just had level 7. Now you got like player level and all these new tracks. But I mean, the transition for me was I was more prepared for it than level 7, when 6 to 7, because I really didn't know what to expect. I knew I had stuff to put in that I could put in the 7, but I didn't know if there was going to be a big coin depletion with that. And I was like, oh crap, because then my daily selects are taking a hit. So I really wanted so in a way for me, it was easier because I prepared myself for that. There are still some challenges because now they're throwing in cap tickets in daily selects, which I don't buy, like the super and normal cap tickets, but what that does is it takes away opportunities for just regular level ups. So when they go to 9, I'm not going to be ready for 9. I don't think anyone is. So
no,
there's that.
Unless you're Kareem.
Say what?
Unless you're Kareem, he's got like 18 high-end tickets so far this tour. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't.
Kareem,
wow.
Well, he had like a really bad drought last year, so man, I think they're just repaying him, to be honest.
Yeah, probably.
But it's there's yeah, I mean there were some I did take some drivers to 8. I took I took some karts like Silver King, and I think I took Vampire Glider to 8 and the off-roader. And I only did 2 gliders. I think I struggled more with gliders than karts. But there's just so much, there's so much out there that you really want to be careful on what you do with it, or else you're gonna get you're gonna get in a situation where you have bad loadouts. So
yeah, I would say the hardest part for me has been the drivers. Man, I can't tell you how many times as soon as a Coinbox driver came out, taking it immediately to the max, triple and capping it from the get-go. And it's so weird this tour, with Yoshi. I'm like, I could put tickets to take another one of my, 12 Coinboxers to 8, or try to get this Yoshi that doesn't have that many tracks, try to get him up to level 6 or 7. To me, I'm like, I got to take my other stuff to 8 first. I don't know. To me, drivers have been the hardest part. But what do you guys think?
So you're looking at coverage, and it's weird. I never thought I'd see the day where it's just like, okay, it's a coin box. Let's look at the coverage. Okay, right now he doesn't do much for me, so I'm gonna leave this coin box on the shelf for now. I mean, I never thought I'd see the day, right?
I'm not gonna entirely leave. If we're talking about Yoshi Gold Egg, I'm not one who's gonna leave him entirely behind. I've already have him at level 6, and he's double cap.
Wow.
Because okay, a lot of his tracks will overlap with Goldme Suit, but he has at least 2 tracks, like his niche of tracks. He already has like Yoshi Circuit R and Maple Tree RT, if I'm not mistaken, where he will be the sole Coinbucks driver
But you
on
have
there.
Shy Guy Ninja too. That's pretty good too.
Yeah. But I don't know. Boombox, grinding for Boombox is a chore for me.
It's
I
a pain.
find yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, it's yeah. You have to, everything has to like timing has to be like exactly right, and I don't know. I don't like grinding for Boombox as much. I find that grinding with Coinbucks is much easier. And Yoshi Gold Egg might have his use in like the upcoming tours until we get Gold Misu.
A month of fun to enjoy it. Enjoy while it lasts. Yeah. We'll get to Yoshi Egg here in a second, but while we're still on the topic of level 8, what are your thoughts? How is it impacting you? Were you gonna say something, Fab?
Oh yeah, I was about to quit, to be honest. I was like, not again. You know, I'm not a big spender. So for me, like trying to get things to level 7, sorry, my cat decided to, sit on the camera. For me, trying to get everything to 7 was a work, because I'm not a big spender. I don't get tickets as often. And I was like, okay, I already got every high end of the store level 7. Now I need to start getting good things like I don't know, like characters, cards, glider, that you use them very often, so I can get everything set up to do my ACR, to do my rank ups. And I was like, oh my god, like I have to buy more tickets, because like now I need to get like every item of the store to level 8 to get tickets again, because I have I cannot I cannot take the luxury not to get tickets,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, because I'm not going to buy the pipe I don't know, a couple of times just to get level up my things. I'm gonna buy it once maybe and get the items that I need from it, but I'm not gonna spend more money to get everything level up. So for me, it was a pain. I was like, not again. I'm not prepared, psychologically, to get everything to 8, to try to get tickets and try to level up everything and try to keep up, because it's hard to keep up with people that spend a lot of money on the game, which I do not. So I was happy to see that I can still get high end tickets, even though I don't have everything to 8.
Yeah.
I have maybe a couple of things. I decided to get PGP to level 8 because I was clueless. I was not supposed to do that. But I mean, I had a level 7 already, and I do have her 100 triple cap in her base points. So I was like, it made sense at the time because she was in the rank up and she had a couple of tracks for the ACR. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. I want to win. So I spent my tickets. And I mean, it was a good transition because they did give us a lot of high-end tickets. So it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, it was from 6 to 7, like Catherine said. So I guess it was simpler, and it was a easier transition. It wasn't as hard. But if you're getting me G9, I'm gonna quit. I'm not ready for level 9. I'm definitely not ready for it.
I don't think anyone.
PG. Yeah. Sorry, Jeez. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just said I don't think anyone's ready for level 9. So go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't believe you brought that up, man. That's gonna get us having some kind of anxiety attack. Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of thumbs down on this video.
Yes.
No, I just wanted to say, no, Fab. PGP is actually not a bad investment for level 8, because her level 8 extra track is Rosalina's Ice World T. So and she's gonna be the sole Coinbucks driver there. So it's not a bad investment.
Anything.
Yeah,
and
that's
she-
that what cheered me up, to be honest. But
Yeah, and she
I
has her own
think a
cup.
better investment would be Meowser. I don't know, because I have my Meowser at level 6,
Yeah.
double
Yeah,
cap.
this is pretty hot
So
right now.
maybe I should have gone with Meowser instead of PGP first, you know, because I have been using Meowser a lot.
I
Yeah,
will
this is pretty
say-
hot right now. I'll be say that. But PGP does have her own cup, so there's always that chance that when her track that's there, that tour, she gets that top shelf on a non-coin box track. There's that option too. But Meowser's really hot right now. Sorry, go ahead, Cheese.
I will say with the level 8, you know, scuffle is it's given a lot of people just to kind of just pull the trigger on just whatever and do what they want to do instead of what everyone else is doing. I think one of the things that I've done recently which I'm having fun with is just do something different, you know, and that no one else would do, you know. Like one of the things that I did, and I'll credit Edeedle, and I don't want to be like following people, like he took Pick Shy Guy Ninja to 8 triple cap, and I'm like, okay, and I was in a saving mode for like about 2 months before all this, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. That was my first non-coin box that I triple capped and even in level 8. And actually just recently, I took Hakama to level 8 and I triple capped them. And
Wow.
I'm like, you know, like I'm just gonna be different. And like I'm sharing this with like some of my friends, like Octavia and Gamon, and they're like, that's awesome. Do what you want to do, you know, dare to be different and have fun with it. You know, one of the reasons, you know, not that I need to like, you know, to prove anything, but like, you know, with Hakama, he has all those Mario circuits that he's only on.
Yes.
He was in ranked today. I mean, it's not like a really coin box friendly track that he's on ranked this week. But like he, and you know, he's on all those Mario circuits, and when Tokyo comes back, and it'll come back.
Yeah.
No more Tokyo, please.
No, yeah, don't get too hyped on Tokyo, but I think he's a solid driver. I think, yeah, his hate went too far. I'm with you there.
But like, you know, you see all these people like, you know, I gotta give credit to folks like Wootmoo and Night Rosso. They love Rosalina, and they go all out for Rosalina, and I'm like, that's great. You're having fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's a game. Have fun. Dare to be different, and yeah.
Absolutely. You know, the meta's there just, you know, to help some people, you know, kind of keep in mind, like what's some good, you know, what are good coverages, etc. But at the end of the day, do what brings you joy.
Yeah.
FrenzyGrind, what do you think, man? How's level 8 impacted you? I hadn't heard from you a little bit.
Yeah, man. You know, I got the same motto as you. You know, we've spoke, and bring your items to 7. Let level 8 come to you. You know, it's just too grueling. 40 tickets for a normal driver, 16 for a super. I mean, I haven't touched any of my super tickets yet. You know, I'm collecting super tickets, and as I can max out a category, I'm going to go all in on it and just close it out. It doesn't make sense to close 2 drivers out of a category that holds 4. It's not going to do anything. I mean, I've closed out 4 categories already, and I still haven't gotten a ticket. So it doesn't do anything. So just let level 8 come to you, you know, play your game, you know, pull your pipes as you're going to do it. Use your tickets wisely. Make sure you're on some sort of spreadsheet, you know, invest wisely. You'll get there. Just be smart. That's all.
With all the tickets they gave you, did you make any fun moves?
Oh, of course I did. Of course I did.
What's your favorite fun move that you made?
Well, I went all in on the Tanuki cart in the first tour it came out. So I went double cap level 6 when it first came out, and I just triple capped it, made it level 8.
You got lucky there.
And I may be one of the only ones who went all in on the Aurora balloons originally, and now mine's triple level 8 as well. I love the glider; it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Such good coverage for me.
Sneaky good. Yeah.
So those are 2 of the moves that, you know, you don't really see every day. You know, I got the Meowser, the Silver King, the Gold Bob, you know, the normal, the you know, things like that. So Black Rate Sail, triple level 8. It's just get on some sort of spreadsheet, whether it's the Mario Kart Tour playbook, which I used for iPhone, a spreadsheet, Antelope spreadsheet, DKR, whatever it is. Find out what smart moves are to make for your inventory, because tickets are so rare these days. You just got to be smart. You just have to be. You can't just throw them recklessly.
Yeah.
You know? If you're a fan of like Wootmoo, if you're a fan of Rosalina, by all means, have fun, do your thing. I have no
Absolutely.
problems with that, none at all. But for me, I don't have a specific driver that I'm just gung ho about, you know. So for me, it's just about being smart.
I think it's cool to see people just do something, you know, like Wootmoo. I mean, like just to do different stuff, and you know, and he's having a blast. You know, isn't that awesome?
God bless.
Except for Rosalina Halloween, he's really into her, and it kind of I get nightmares sometimes thinking about it.
No, the Halloween one is nice. The Tanuki one is a pain. I hate her. She has such nice coverage, but the Frenzy, oh my god, that leaf is a pain. I hate it. It breaks my
Oh, the super
combo.
really
It
scale.
goes.
And here,
Every
like,
time I get the leaf, I'm like, oh, not again.
as a fan of the whole community, like I'm really like excited to see what Wootmoo does for the next tour. I really am, you know.
No,
Okay.
Rosalina Tanuki.
And I was looking forward to see what Frenzy Fangirl does with the Yoshi, because she's a Yoshi fan, right?
Yeah, I took Gengshi or Gold Egg Yoshi to level 7 triple cap.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
But
She pulled
Nice.
I was
Wow.
proud of her.
I
I
like him.
think Yoshi will have a nice coverage.
And then I took the Dark Hop Rod, which is my favorite cart, to level 8 triple cap
That's
too.
awesome.
Oh,
That
it
was-
looks amazing.
Those were my two
Yeah.
splurges, but they've also helped. I'm also a fan. Okay, so I subscribe to the mentality of only leveling up things that you either really like or leveling them up as you need. Now, I'm not a and I don't compete for ACR 100, so this is not advice for all you guys. But for people who play more like me, I get a lot more bang for my buck, like leveling things up like slowly. So in the sense of I would get a lot more rank score taking some like 2 drivers from level 4 to level 5 than 1 to level 8. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I was thinking of you because like you're a big Yoshi fan. I'm like, Yoshi Tour. This is FrenzyFans Girls Tour. And like for like, you know, for Amsterdam, like this is the Yankee Tour, you know, and this is the Antelope Tour. This is awesome.
Tour.
Yeah.
I want a Mexico's tour.
Yeah.
Frenzy Fangirl, don't sell yourself short, because I've learned a ton from free-to-play players and Gold Pass players. So there's plenty you could teach many people
Yeah.
out there.
Absolutely.
well, thanks.
Yeah, I will say, I say anyone else want to talk about their splurges that they made them, that brings a lot of joy. I will say, I kind of mentioned this briefly, but I took the Sakura hop rod, the new hop rod, to 7,595. And so for me, it was kind of a rare cart because it wasn't a spotlight. And I kind of got to pick between that or the Cactar. And I decided like the Cactar, you know, it although it's number 1 right now, it's it's been number 1, number 2 in our top 10. But like it's already, you know, it's kind of peaking right now. Whereas the Sakura hop rod has like a bright future ahead of it. And we'll see where it goes from here. The hitbox isn't huge, but like it gave me for all cup rank, it gave me five tracks, mainly because of the Yoshi circuit. I think it was R twice. But it gave me a Warrior Shipyard track. It gave me a Sky Garden track, and so to me, I'm really excited to see like what comes in the future. Like I have a new cart at 7,595. Like I'm like a little giddy. Like I can't wait for next tour and see what happens. But for me, that was my splurge. But Cathangel or Fab or FrenzyFans, you want to describe or share with the viewers what your splurge might have been?
Well, for me, it's not so much a splurge, but like I've seen like a lot of people, especially in the top 100, they triple cap stuff a lot. I'm not one of those people. I've especially when it comes to drivers, I've seen like a lot of people triple cap their coin box drivers. I haven't gotten to that point yet. Like I want to. I have all my coin box drivers double cap, but I've also been double capping my Lucky 7 drivers, Giant Banana drivers, and Boomerang drivers. So I haven't had as many cap tickets to spare, so I haven't had a chance to triple cap any driver yet. But I've triple capped just my first item, and it was Black Great Sale, and it was the last tour. So I was excited about doing that. So my first triple cap. That's what it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's a monster.
You know what's amazing
Level
about that
2.
glider? And what's
Hey.
amazing about that glider is it started out in this game as a beast, it died, and then came back to life.
Yeah.
It did.
It's like
Yeah,
never
it
Oh, I
died.
need to add some tickets to it.
And it
That's
just
why it
kept
came in a
getting
piece.
buffed
Yeah.
and buffed and buffed. I was amazed.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of that with the Golden Wings now.
Oh God!
that
Don't,
is-
Oh,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
tell me I don't have them. I was so
Oh,
upset.
no.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I actually-
I tried getting them.
Go ahead,
Like,
Fab.
very-
You say-
I really tried getting them, like when they were in the 50 pipe, I think it was, like 50 gold pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get them, and I emptied it because they were not spotlight. So I was like
Yeah.
very unlucky with that. So I was very upset, but I was like, okay, I'm not spending more money on it. You will not reset it and start all over again to try to get them. And now I regret it.
Oh,
Yeah, because they are so gorgeous and they are really good. Like, I mean, besides the appearance of the item, they are very helpful, especially in this track when I did not have any wing, I did not have anything. So I was playing with a middle shelf, and then I kept pulling until I got the gold egg glider. So it is what it is. But I was so jealous of everybody with their golden wings, level 7.
I'll kind of extended that with last tour. I think I had the option to, I saved a lot of tickets recently up until last tour, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finally spend some, and I had the opportunity to do golden wings or that origami glider, and I immediately took origami to 7,595, and I am regretting it.
Oh, Jeeves, I'm on
But the origami glider is really good.
It's the only reason why it's good is because it's new, but it's really not helping me this tour, and I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, I brought a
But
double cap
hopefully-
level 6 for Mushroom Gorge myself, and gliders sometimes take a couple of tours to really blossom.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a pure example.
Back now.
Yeah, it's a pure example that some things really don't work out right away. So I'm still hoping because it's still new,
The
but
gliders do take a few tours to blossom, so let's see.
yeah, but I really would have been benefiting off Golden Wings right now.
It's a little early to tell. I know for myself, the Golden Wings, I didn't have like a good glider for, I think it's the Shipyard T. I had just like a level 3 glider, and then Golden Wings unlocked it. So for All Cup ranking, I was holding on to 8 tickets, waiting till today to see if there would be a gold pipe in Amsterdam, and it didn't look like it. So I put all 8 tickets on the Golden Wings. I have it level 8, so I'm pretty excited now going into the next couple tours. But you never know. Gliders do take a little bit of time. I wouldn't say it's you're doomed at all. Honestly, I was really surprised how many people have the armored rider at high levels. So many people. Yeah. Like, it's not even like it's not trendy anymore. Like it's now like that's the meta move, it seems.
It's still good this tour. Yes.
It is good. It's good this tour. All right. We're actually we're doing so well in time. There are a couple more questions I want to get to. One about the Yoshi Tour, and we kind of already touched on a little bit on Golden Egg, so maybe we'll skim through that. I want to get a little bit to Amsterdam before we wrap up our call, because I can't believe it, guys. We're almost at 2 hours. How crazy is that? Time flies. Yeah. But Amsterdam, Gigi asked the question, how excited are you for the Amsterdam Tour? Who is pumped?
I am excited for Amsterdam, and it's not because of what most people, people think, okay, this is Anke's tour, this is Angela's tour. I have a brother-in-law that has a doctorate degree in history focused on Dutch history. And so I've learned a lot about the history of the Netherlands, and he spent a year there on a Fulbright scholarship in Amsterdam and stuff. So just kind of seeing that come to life through a Mario Kart Tour, you know, a 2-week tour. You know, he doesn't play at all, but like I want to show him what they're doing to see if it lives up to his hype. You know, so far the trailer looks pretty. I was really looking forward to more cheese wheels because he's a cheesemonger now. You know, he used to. I mean, he you know, he used to teach at the college, but he's still, you know, he's not doing that anymore. But I think, you know, he's now published. You know, he's you know, he's writing books and stuff. But you know, I think for what he does, like he actually is a cheesemonger. So I was really looking forward to like some kind of cheese wheel cart or whatever. So I'm really excited. I think as well as I think it's kind of cool that Nintendo really does like these really not so popular, like I don't want to say popular cities, but not so highly populated tourist cities. You know, like a Vancouver. To bring this up, I could think of a lot more cities that they could do before I would get to like a Vancouver or an Amsterdam. So,
or Singapore, yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, I'm really excited about it. So yeah.
Cathangel, you put your hand up. You bumped.
Yes, I love a city tour. I think I might be in the minority in this community, but I love a city tour. And my wish is that they would integrate city tracks more frequently in track rotations. And yeah, every time we have a new city, I always love like seeing how it looks like, and yeah, I'm pumped.
What about you, Z?
Yeah, I don't know much about Amsterdam. I've never been there. You know, I know people who live there. I love the idea of Amsterdam. I just don't love the idea of city buffs. Because I know
That's the thing.
they're all going to go to my driver's carts and gliders that are triple cap level 8. So I'm just waiting for Gold Egg, Yoshi Gold Egg. I'm waiting for it all. My Tanuki cart's going to get its first city. I know it's all going to happen, and it's inevitable. It is what it is. But yeah, listen, the track looks amazing. I love city tracks, and yeah, let's do it. I'm ready for it. So excited, and hope the city buffs don't go in my favor. That's all.
I'm sure. Well, what about you, Fab? What do you think about Amsterdam?
Well, I mean, like everybody else, I'm not a big fan of city tracks, but I always get excited about new tracks because, you know, they have some nice soundtracks to the city tracks, not like the. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the music, but I actually like listening to the new tracks songs, and they are so fun to play. Like the Australian one, oh my god, I loved it. It was my favorite song of all tracks. I was so excited about that song. So even though it was hard, it was not like an easy track, but like I really enjoy it with the music on. And I'm not a big fan of music in the game, so I was playing it with music on, and I don't know, it gave me like a sense of refreshment, you know, because you're not getting the same tracks over and over and over. You know, you're getting like, okay, this is exciting because it's gonna go away, and it's not coming back like in a year or something. So you enjoy those tracks because you know they are not coming back. So I guess it gives like a sense of something new, something fresh, you know, and you don't feel stuck in the same tracks over and over. So I guess that's always good, like in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the McRib. You feel like you should order it just because you know it's going to be taken off the menu here soon. You know, it's like you just want to enjoy it while it lasts. It's limited time offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually really enjoy the city tours because of that fact. It's like, hey, it's something new, it's something refreshing. I don't know the next time I'll see it. I'm excited to grind levels on it too, just because I know, you know, it's like the first city we've seen since this player level 300. So I'm pumped about that. I will say, being an American, I think we learn about other countries' geography and history and stuff, and then we grow up and realize like we're not going to go there. So we just like, I don't know, we just kind of focus on America, and I think One of the things I've really appreciated about this game is just anytime we find out about a new tour, just going out to the internet and just like learning about stuff. Like I remember with the the Berlin tour, and everyone was going like bonkers because they're like the Lederhosen is from Bulgaria, and I remember just like this is too much. Like, guys, it's just Germany. Like, let's not get like if you'd asked me what Bulgarian was like, 2 weeks prior to that, I would have told you this type of cream. Like, I knew nothing about what like these like different subcultures are going into. But I think from learning about these tours, learning about I went on today and learned a lot about Amsterdam. I found out that was where Anne Frank wrote her diaries. I found out that Van Gogh spent some time there, and there's a lot of cool history to Amsterdam specifically. Found out the difference between the Netherlands and Holland. And I mean, to be honest with you, prior to like playing this game, all I knew about Amsterdam was, the red light district and pot and weed. And like, that's all I knew about it. And now I know much more about the culture. It's actually really, really cool to have a game that exposes us to different things around the world. Didn't know much about Singapore. Now I feel like I've been there, and how cool. I wish they would have been doing a lot of the city tracks during the pandemic, because that would have felt like we were getting this traveling whenever we were kind of locked in. But such a cool experience to have in the game. I'm excited for the tour, but I think the favorite part about this game that we don't really get to talk about is just being exposed to parts around the world. And I'm excited to spend some time in the Amsterdam area. What do you guys think? Anyone else not excited?
I'm excited.
All right, sounds like we're excited about across the board. Do you think this token pipe, this green gold pipe, do you think that'll continue next tour?
Yes.
I think it's going to be an ongoing. Yeah.
Thumb up, thumb down. What do you think?
Gold pipe will come back.
Everyone thinks it's going to continue. I don't think it'll be there. We'll see. I hope it is. What about the Daisy and Rosa? What skill do you think we'll have? Do you think we'll have another coin box back to back?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Too soon.
What skill do you think we'll
we're
have
expecting that gold me.
I'm not expecting anything with coin box, lucky 7, boomerang, or giant banana. I'm not expecting any of those items.
Maybe we'll get
mushroom
another
cannon?
leaf. Or leave.
Yeah, I'm going Rosa Lucky 7 because she's in her own 6% pipe, and those always get the better skill. And Lucky 7 is so saturated, they just keep throwing it at us.
What about a hard driver? It's been a
I
while.
was going to say someone's going to have a hard driver.
Yeah.
Daisy Farmer is going to get the fire flower.
But do you think we'll get a hard driver? Because we got like the Mario Koala, and I don't think we get repeated items in the
and just remember
city tours.
The new Me suit is going to have Lucky 7, so
yeah,
we already have 2 Me suits with Lucky 7.
I'm wondering if one of these days we're gonna have a high-end driver with triple green shells.
That would be cool.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Jeeves wants it. Jeeves wants it.
I really want it. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we're closing out on our time, and the way that we typically wrap up this video series. Thank you guys all for taking the time to join us. This was a really fun episode 20. How cool was that? But the way that we've been wrapping up is just having one piece of advice to maybe a player that's relatively new. We have some people coming over from this 8 Deluxe. We have people constantly entering the game. I think somebody had mentioned like how many downloads we had. It was like in the millions last month, and just like the game is continuing to grow, and we're giving us new tracks, and like the game is exploding right now. I know we're in, we've been here, so like it doesn't really phase us, but this game is growing. It's fun to see how it's grown. So imagine you're talking to a new player. Maybe they're 3 or 4 months old into the game. What recommendations would you have for them? So that's so I'll have anyone want to say goodbye first, and then give their piece of advice.
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead.
My advice would be honestly, just be patient. You know, level 8's going to be a grind. Not to reiterate level 8, but just be patient and play your game. You shouldn't feel any pressure to level up as many items as quickly as possible. You know, we're all in the same boat here. Just invest wisely, and you know, let level 8 come to you. Just enjoy yourself. You know, this is a great game. Lean on the community. You know, we're all here to help each other, support, motivate, and encourage each other. You know, I've learned so much from you guys just over the last 2 years that I can't even express it. You know, so it's just going to be a grind, and there's just no pressure. Just continue to play, have fun, and that's it. Just continue to just have fun. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say that you know, I said this earlier. You know, I just got my 10-year-old an account, and you know, I bought him the comic pack first, you know, last tour, just as a gift, just to get him started. So I had a coin boxer, and it's kind of cool because like he's, you know, it's kind of cool to see like what it's like to be like a tier 1 player. Like you actually don't have access to the full shop. You don't have access to the full tier shop. And you know, my advice is just to kind of spend your rubies wisely. I think he's actually has a good support group with me, knowing what's kind of like the good stuff and what's not. So like when he pulled a high end once and he got the off-roader, I'm like, that's gonna be good. So if you're gonna, you know, like the OG off-rider. But yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, for starting off, you know, just enjoy it. Don't pay attention to ACR. Don't go to see who's top 100 or anything. It takes time, so have fun. And you know, and I'll just, you know, I'll go on saying, you know, echo what I'm doing to what new players should do, is surround yourself with people who support you. That does that. I don't think you can do anything better. I mean, there's no sense in people saying, well, okay, well, I did, you know, here's my run on this. It's like, well, you could do this, and well, the ACR is like 200 for this, whatever, you know. I don't want people telling me that. So I want people to say, okay, that's cool. And if, you know, when I ask for tips, then they can give me that. But, you know, surround yourself with good, positive people, and you'll succeed. And not succeed, but you'll have fun.
Yeah, I think, you know, I'll be honest with you. There's so many people that when they play the game, you know, they jump on Discord and, you know, share their screenshots and like, hey, look at this crazy run I had. And you know, I think we see that all the time. And almost any server you're in, and sometimes it can be like a little, I don't know, monotonous. You're like, okay, cool, you got to run, like, you know, not a big deal. But I always like, every time I see those, I'm thinking to myself, like, this person just got off of like a heartbeat exhilarating run, and they just want to share it with somebody. And it's kind of like the, you know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall? It's like there's so many times where we're grinding and putting time into this game, and you know, we just want to share it with people. We just want to be able to share like that high or that experience. Right. And so anytime I see that, I take the time thinking like, what, you know, this person, you know, their account and like everything they've gone through, like what are they probably feeling right now? They're probably feeling great. So I'll always take the time anytime I see that, just to say, hey, you know, great job, like that, GG's, like phenomenal run. Like that's not an easy thing to do there. And so I always encourage, you know, people to, you know, take the extra time and just, you know, encourage one another, just be positive, because yeah, it might be monotonous, and maybe you know, it's not like the most earth-shattering comment that's like, you know, blowing their brains out, but they're probably like, that feels good to get that reassurance from their community, and I think that goes a really long way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
I could just add one more thing, Stud.
Absolutely, man.
If you see us on voice chat in the Discords, please jump in, because, you know, we're on there all the time. You know, we're all great friends. You know, we're all learning from each other. We're having a good time. We're cracking jokes. You know, the first time I jumped on voice chat in ER when I first got in, you know, I kind of just ripped the Band-Aid off. I was like, you know, I want to meet people. You know, let's just see how it goes. I jumped in, and I had such great support system there. Wanted to add me as a friend, God mode, dad. I didn't know them from a hole in the wall. And, it just went so well. Like, they were just such accommodating people, encouraging. And now they're some of my greatest friends in the game. So just jump in. Don't be shy. We're all there. We're all in it together. We all have one common goal. Half the times we don't even talk about the game. We talk about our lives, our families, our kids, things like that. So just don't be
Absolutely.
shy. Jump in. We're trying to get the voice chats going again, no matter what server it is. We're trying to just get it going again. So just don't be shy and just jump in. Let's have fun. It's a great game, and just jump in. That's it.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
voice.
I would say like if you're new to the game, I would say like focus on your rank, see what the tracks, like what the items give you, and try to like make the most out of what you have. And if you're gonna pull, go for those 50 pipes or the smaller ones because they
Yes.
can give you the best items.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one there. Cathangel, what recommendation would you have to a newer player?
I would say mainly spend your tickets wisely. I remember like the first few months of the game, I didn't know what I was doing with those tickets. And I would say like try to see what items can give you the coverage on a lot of tracks at once. Find your people. Yeah. I find this community very welcoming, very positive, very encouraging. So like if at some point you get discouraged by the scope of it all, the community is really good to help to ground you and, try to make you find your way in it. So find your people, manage your tickets, and also be careful on the pipes you pull. Choose wisely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good points. I mean, I when I started, I was recommended for people to take advantage of special pipes. I always kind of considered it kind of like the clearance aisle, like you're getting good bang for your buck. And if you're starting out, getting, Yoshi egg hunt, gold egg is not going to be like a game changer for you. But if you pulled, PGP and some kind of like special pipe, and you get it 2 times or 3 times, you're crushing it. So yeah, I think that's a strong recommendation, both to get those pipes, but then also I also think if I was a new person and I heard like invest wisely, that can be kind of ambiguous. So I think that's where to kind of take what FrenzyGrind mentioned, just reach out to somebody and be like, hey, I'm still kind of new to this game. Do you mind? Get a buddy system and have someone help you out, and they'll point you in the right direction. They'll either introduce you to a spreadsheet or just say, hey, you know what? I don't know if the carrot cart's one you want to invest in for this tour. You might want to go with the yellow off-roader. Like someone will help you if you don't have a spreadsheet. You're still kind of intimidated by that. No problem. But we're all here to help, and some strong points there. FrenzyFans, we haven't heard from you guys, but I know we usually wrap up with you. I actually kind of misjudged the time. We had a little bit more left, but that's not a big deal. I think for my recommendation, I think that there's so many ways to enjoy this game. I kind of mentioned right before level 8 came out. Just assess what you enjoy about the game. For me, ranked didn't bring me a lot of joy, but for All Cup ranking it did. So I really just that my time is used there, and tokens have taken some extra time, but ultimately it's like find your joy and be willing to just do it for yourself. Play this game for no one else but what you do. I will say, kind of to FrenzyGrind's point at the very beginning, my favorite feature of this game, I never mentioned this before, but my favorite feature of this game is that you can swipe it up and it's paused. Like that to me is amazing, because there's so many times where I'm like, I'm doing something. Hey, my sons need, more juice. Swiped up. Cool. I have a break. I can go do whatever and come back to it. And sometimes it's been kind of resetting and stuff like that. But to me, like that is I don't have to take breaks all the time. I can just literally take these micro runs and pause it out. So feel free just to be able to find that balance in life and be able to find a cool medium there. But FrenzyFans, what recommendation would you have? I know you've probably given like 30 recommendations at this point, but what recommendation would you have? And then why don't you send us off?
Okay, so for me, I would say bring the goalposts closer. So instead of thinking like, oh, I can't wait till I get like ACR 1000, like what are some micro goals you can work on, and just stay focused on that. And then the addition to that is learn the fundamentals of the game that will serve you long term. So like if you can take this time while you aren't going for like, if you have like a really bad rank or like things are just hard in that given week, take the time to like learn how to manual drift and learn how to keep combo and doing all those type of things and get really good at that, because if you have that base skill, you'll be able to advance a lot quicker.
Good one. FrenzyFans guy.
Yeah. So I would say it's probably worth a little bit of time, like maybe the 5 or 10 minutes that it takes to figure out the scoring system in the game. So, so for example, like this is the only Mario Kart game where getting first place isn't sufficient.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think all the other Mario Kart games, you have to, get first place in like the 3 different races that are in the cup. That gives you like a certain medal or like a badge or something that unlocks some other stuff in the game. And, that's pretty much all you have to do. And then there's a lot of stuff to unlock and that kind of keeps you busy and, you're good. But that is totally not the case with Mario Kart Tour. There's a point system that's involved with it. And every now and again, I'll jump on Reddit and sometimes I see some screenshots of people that it's not what they're talking about, but I'll see like in another portion of their screen, they'll have like some item like double uncapped, but at level 1. I'm like, oh no. No.
Like, why?
So the point being is, in order to be able to succeed and like achieve progress in the game, you really have to understand the scoring mechanism. And like everyone said, a lot of these players that have been around for a long time, they all understand it. There are spreadsheets and calculators and tons of stuff all over the place that can help you out. So I think just my word of advice would be just to try and figure out what things get you the most points and how to take advantage of your resources to make sure that you maximize your point output. So
I've told my son, he with this token fight, he's gotten more high-end cap tickets than I have, which pisses me off. But okay. Like he's got I think he's got like 2 high-end cap glider tickets from this, and he doesn't even have a cap like a high-end glider yet.
Right.
And, so like I said, okay, keep those, don't use them yet, because like he's got like he doesn't have, he's just started, so yeah, know the scoring system. So I'm like, don't use them yet. These are awesome. I really wish I had them. But,
yeah, there's a lot of nuances. I will say I've been kind of trying to be vocal about this, but like 200 actions, just get 200 actions. Don't worry about getting 220 or 230.
This isn't. Wait, I thought we were talking to new people.
Yeah.
Just get 200 actions.
I
still struggle getting 200 actions.
I think we were talking about this earlier, like Michael Jordan saying, hey, just like go up and dunk the ball, and while you're at it, like do a 360. Like I don't know how to explain it, just do it.
Or 30 points a game.
I mean, guys, there are a lot of tracks where 200 actions isn't that hard to get. Even these Bowser's Castle, like this T, it's super easy to get 200 actions. I think sometimes people get too stressed out about it. Rainbow Road, we got 3 Rainbow Roads here, man. Yeah, I get it. But my point is like there are parts of the game in the scoring system that people get stressed out about, and they just don't fully know all the details. So it is a really tricky system. I can say that I've never seen a more complex scoring system than in this game. But with the resources, with the people around you, I think we can get you there. So good points there.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, I just want to say my daughter now thinks I'm famous because I'm on YouTube. So She went to bed very excited that she gets to wake up and watch the premiere of Daddy on YouTube. So
And I will say,
Nice.
Aw.
Yeah,
I just
Aw.
want to say,
your
I
dad.
just want to say to her, enjoy the
fantastic.
show tomorrow.
Yeah, and your, friends.
I hope your
Your
daughter
dad is
enjoys
awesome.
it.
He's awesome.
Yeah, you're dad of the year now. What's her
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jordana.
Jordana,
Jordana.
your dad
So
is
Jordana
awesome.
Woo!
And Jordana actually spoke to FrenzyFans during our fantasy football drafts. I don't know if
Yeah.
Nice.
I still
Aw.
remember her. She's super cute.
Yes.
Yeah, and she plays Mario Kart. She had a good conversation with Tyler not long ago.
Yes, she did.
Via voice chat. So
Oh,
she went to bed
That's so
excited, and
cute.
she's looking forward to watching the premiere tomorrow. So I just
Awesome.
want to say hello to her and enjoy.
Well, Jordania, we appreciate you allowing your dad to spend a couple hours with us.
Thank you for
tonight.
going to sleep at 9 p.m. so Daddy could be on.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, Frenzy fans, guy, you want to send us off, man?
Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining us. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor.
See you guys later.
Jordana, we love you.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.